Hey, what up? This is Ree here. Ree up, motherfucker, back again with another video. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Let's get into it. And by the way, I am also a professional astrologer, and if you're looking for help with anything in your life, I do consultations. You can check me out below. Now, let's get into this video. I think I did a video about Zodiacal release before. I'm pretty sure, but I've made almost 200 videos, so now I'm tend to forget what I've made. So this video is about that, but I know that I didn't go this deep on it. And what Zodiacal release is, it's like the chapters of your life. And it goes so deep that you're able to predict down to the second, theoretically speaking. But it is true. And what it has to do with is the themes of your life. Now, I'm going to show you this right now. This is the periods of your life. So there's these things called lots. And then the lots are basically a place, what they call a place, where it's a mathematical equation that's done. It's not an actual planet or a star or anything like that, but it's a mathematical equation that's used in order to find a specific place or spot or degree in your birth chart that will tell us about a theme in your life, something about your life. So there's a lot of fortune, there's a lot of spirit, a lot of eros. It goes down to there's a lot of accusations. So it is what it sounds like. There's a lot of death. There's many different lots. So we can find out where these parts are, and once we know that, we know when it's going to be triggered. Or you can go as deep as knowing when it comes to different lots, say the lot of the mother and the lot of the father, if you want to know who may die before the other. Like, these were important things to know back in the day. This is, by the way, in traditional astrology, which has been around for 2,000 years plus. So this is what you needed to know when people were dying early, so they would know how to settle the state or the children. Chris Brennan, he has a really good book on Hellenistic astrology, the study of fate and fortune, and this is apart from the book. He says the purpose of the lots also seems to have been to create a point that emphasizes or isolates a specific signification associated with one of the planets involved in the calculation. For example, one of the many significations that Valence gives for the moon is the body, and this becomes one of the primary significations associated with the lot of fortune. So the lot of fortune is the moon and the body. One of the significations that he gives for the sun is intelligence, and this becomes one of the primary significations given for the lot of spirit. So the lot of spirit is associated with the sun. So usually you look at the lot of spirit to find out, like, what are the events that are going to occur in my life? Like, what are the peaks? What are the lows, the peaks? And as you said, the lot of fortune can have more to do with the body, or it could have to do with emotions, like how you feel, peaks of highs and lows. And peaks don't really mean it's just of activity. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the best time for you, right? So with that being said, and then how these calculations, like lot of fortune, is calculated with your ascendant, the degree of your ascendant, plus your moon minus your sun. And it's different for night births and day births. So if you're born at night, it's calculated ascendant plus sun minus moon. Also, the lot of spirit is calculated with the ascendant is plus the sun minus the moon for day births, or ascendant plus moon minus sun for night births. Like I said, there's a lot of eros. What are the highs and the lows of when it comes to love, when it comes to having love in your life? Or you have to be in a peak period if you're going to meet someone significant in your life as well. So that's like the peak periods of that. And then the lot of accusation, say you end up going to jail or you're accused of a crime, that could show up right there. Or you're accused maybe by your wife or your husband of something, right? Whether you did it or not, it's still going to show up there. So I'm going to show you this other thing, and this is how you can predict all the way down. Now, this is the levels. There's different levels of these periods, and then there's sub levels, right? I did speak about this in before. I am remembering now, but I wanted to talk about the sub levels. Now, say you had your point of your lot and fortune in Leo. So it would be 19 years. Then you would switch over to this different lot. Now, when you switch to this different lot, events will occur. Different things. Now you're in a different theme. You're no longer in the Leo. Now you're in the Virgo. So in between this 19 years, say you're at 18 years, you're going around this circle. So then there's sublot. Then there's 19 months, 47 days and 12 hours, 3 days and 23 hours. Then you go to other lots. So this lot is 7 hours, 55 minutes, 39 minutes, 35 seconds, 3 minutes, 17 seconds, then down to 16 seconds. So what that means is we can theoretically predict down to 16 seconds of your life. That would mean these increments of 16 always change into a different zodiac sign. And then those different zodiac signs bring on different themes. That's how, and so it gets really deep. Now, the events, what frequency of events you're going to end up having to deal with is up to you and what level you're at. You are able to stop transits. I've been able to do that. I'm going to make a video about having to do that, but not many people are aware, but you have to have a very high level of consciousness in order to do this. There's certain techniques that you have to use with meditation. Yes, you can stop the events, but the theme of the events, you cannot stop. Those are things that are just going to happen. And certain events, they have to play out because they make up who you really are. So this is predicting down to the second, which brings, and a lot of people don't post this. A lot of astrologers don't post this because it actually starts messing with people's minds. And they start wondering about free will. Free will is kind of different than what people think, but you still can change certain things. But I thought I'd put it out. Of course I would. Anyways, I love y'all and re-up, motherfucker.